Should we just go into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is GuineaDad, and this is our first podcast, and we're gonna talk about 10 fun facts about guinea pigs. We'll see how this goes. There's something new that we're gonna try with Angelique. I don't know. I hope it's fun.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think at least as long as we have fun, people can kind of feel it and maybe they can engage. Should we just go into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to say? Okay.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Okay, yeah, I'll say it. So the first fun fact about guinea pigs is that guinea pigs aren't from Guinea, and they're not pigs. And I know that sounds like it's very common sense, but some people still think that guinea pigs are pig family, and some people think that.
Yeah, and actually, they say that guinea pigs are from a country called Guyana, and I had no idea where this country was. So yesterday I was Googling it to see where it is. And it's in South America, and it's like east of Venezuela, like north of Brazil. So that's kind of where it is, like kind of northeast corner. And guinea pigs are considered pets in some countries like US, UK, Germany, a lot of other countries, but in some places they're not. And they're originally from South America. I think they really became like official pet when they imported guinea pigs to Europe, and Queen Elizabeth used to have guinea pigs too. So I think back then guinea pigs used to be considered like royal pet. So I thought that was cool.
That's cool, yeah. Didn't you say that like guinea pigs like in other places they're not as small as they are here?
Oh yeah, like koi and stuff, like they're like really big. They're like this big. So back like one time I was at a rescue center volunteering, and then this one lady brought a guinea pig in saying that, why is my guinea pig so big? And then he said it was like so big. It was almost as big as like Chihuahua big.
Okay.
Yeah, and then everyone was like, what's going on? What's going on? And we found out that it's actually a koi, not our typical guinea pig.
So what they do is they breed them so that they look smaller, or what? How does that work?
Right. So there are a lot of, I think, cousins of guinea pigs, a lot of different types. And what European people did, that they brought them in, and then they wanted to make them cuter, right, by breeding them one way or another. And then the guinea pigs that we have now are kind of the version that's prettified, kind of, to make them cuter. And I guess I don't know about whether they're more obedient or not, because in general guinea pigs are not that obedient, and they're shy. So.
And they're also related to rodents. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I knew that before I started working here, that they're rodents.
Yeah, I actually thought that based on their diet, they're more similar to rabbit, I think.
Yeah, I thought they were like rabbit species, but it makes sense though, because then I saw, like, I've never seen a capybara before, but then I was watching, have you seen Encanto? It's a Disney movie.
No.
It's okay, it's a Disney movie, so if you've seen Encanto, you know what I'm talking about, but there's a capybara in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen the way they look like, but they look exactly like guinea pigs, but just like bigger.
Oh, okay.
You've seen one before, right?
I've seen capybara in real life.
You've seen it in real life?
Yeah, like I went to Peruvian jungle for like 2 weeks.
Oh shoot.
And then so it was like Peruvian Amazon, I guess. And then I was like following this guide, and he was like, look across the river. And then I was like, wait, I don't see anything. And then he like took the camera away from my hand, and he zoomed in on the capybara, and it's like, look, and then it's like there it was like capybara. And then the funny thing was, like, like Amazon jungle, you think like it's kind of dangerous place. Like, there are like piranhas in the water.
Yeah.
And there are like alligators, and I've seen like some otters, and I've seen, all these like predators. And then capybara is like so calm. She's just like going inside, like swimming a little bit, and then coming outside.
They look really calm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so that, yeah, I've seen.
Are they considered prey in the wild?
I actually have no idea. I mean, but I've seen some memes where they're with alligators. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
So the second fact, guinea pigs can sleep in short periods and can be awake for 20 hours a day.
That's insane to me.
That's amazing. I wish I was awake for 20 hours a day and then
No, you
not be
don't.
tired. No, not be tired.
I was like, that
Right?
sounds painful. Like, I was just telling C that like a few weeks ago I couldn't sleep like at all, and I was thinking like this sucks. So I can't imagine like people. I mean, I can't imagine like animals that like just won't sleep. That just don't sleep. Well, I guess it's like it doesn't bother them, right? Or
Yeah.
does it?
Do you think that has something to do with why their lifespan is shorter than us?
Maybe.
Because they don't get enough sleep, so they're kind of more stressed and more edgy, and then like decreases their lifespan.
Yeah, because then it's not really like they're kind of like forced to not sleep then, right?
Right.
Yeah, I
And
think
they,
so.
and then it's like they're never like deep sleep too. It's so easy to wake them up. Like I'm sure like every guinea pig parents know this.
Yeah.
So
How long do they sleep usually then?
So I mean, according to, this thing, like they sleep like 10 minutes. They say they sleep for 10 minutes, but I think most of the time it's much less than that. They take like power nap like like whenever they get a chance. And remember last time we were in a shoot, like, it's during the morning, they're usually not that active. So we try to interact with them. But whenever they don't feel like shooting, they go to sleep. It's only for like, sometimes like a minute.
They get like worn out pretty easily, huh?
Yeah. So I think it's
And that's because they're prey animals, right? That's why they don't sleep.
right. And also like they want to make sure like if they were in the wild, they want to run away,
Yeah.
like, and then detect danger as soon as possible. I have no idea what that word. How to pronounce that word? Do you know?
They're 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 crepuscular. Crepuscular. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You can correct me. Crepuscular. But that means
Crepuscular.
that they're most active at dawn and dusk, so they're considered that. I don't want to say because what if I'm mispronouncing it, and then you guys make fun of me in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm not sure if that's like completely true. I mean, it must be true, but I think even humans, how at least for me, humans are supposed to sleep during the night and then like kind of awake during the day, right?
Yeah,
But I'm like super awake during the night. I'm like a
I am
nocturnal
too.
person.
I am too.
So I think it depends on people. Like, so I think for guinea pigs, it depends on guinea pigs and then like their like living pattern. So the reason I'm saying this is because I think they're most active after 7 p.m. because 7 p.m. No, more like after 8 p.m. because that's usually when I come home, and then that's when I try play with them every day.
Yeah.
So they're most active during that time, and then like in the morning they're a little bit less active, and it's hard to kind of play with them sometimes.
Maybe they're like on your sleep schedule.
Yeah, I think they're on my schedule.
Yeah. Fact number 3 is that guinea pigs have 4 front toes on their front feet and only 3 toes on their back foot. Which, you use the coffee in yourself.
Thankfully, water.
So that's.
I wish they had 3 on the front too. That'll make the nail clipping easier.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's true.
Because like if you look at their forefinger, it's like kind of like without pinky, like kind of like this, and then they have their thumb is kind of curled this way. So this is always most difficult to cut. So I wish they didn't have this, and it would just be like 3 nails.
I feel like it's hard. Wouldn't it be hard for you to balance if you only have 3 toes on your back feet, 4 toes on your front feet? Well, I guess 4 toes is enough to like balance, but 3 toes sounds like it's like hard to balance yourself.
Yeah.
As a guinea
Actually,
pig.
yeah. Now to
Especially
think about
like if you're like hefty, like tofu or something. Like how is it? Well, I guess that makes sense because like I don't know, but it just sounds like it's hard being a guinea pig.
Actually, maybe that's why dumpling is like guinea pigs are so wonky when they're walking because they have 3 in the back. It's
So
like hard to balance.
So they're trying to balance
So,
themselves. That makes sense. Okay, so I guess they have this. Well, they have this unique characteristic because it's for burrowing and tunneling, which I didn't know that was a thing. Like it was like a common like thing that guinea pigs do.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, the reason we have a GuineaDad line in our pocket is because it's their natural instinct to burrow under, to feel safe. But actually, I was doing some, reading, and then I heard that wild version of the guinea pigs, they actually don't burrow. Like, I mean, meaning like they burrow, but they don't dig with their hand. So they usually live in a cave that's made by other animals and is abandoned.
How do they know it's abandoned though? They have to. Where do they
Yeah,
have to go?
and then I don't know. I guess like if they come back, they die. But like they take chances.
That confuses me because it's like if guinea pigs, like what do they mean? They mean like when they say guinea pigs in the wild, they're talking about the guinea pigs that live.
Like in like ones you find in Brazil.
Like the ones
and
you're
you
saying that
find-
are like
yeah.
really big. Okay.
No, they're not all big.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at some
So you can find like wild guinea pigs.
yeah, I think so. I mean, they're not the exact same guinea pig, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard a lot from Brazilian fans and customers that there are like guinea pigs in the wild. So I mean, I've never been to Brazil, so you know, I obviously trust them. So and they say that they're not that big. They're pretty small and they're super fast. Like they're everywhere. And I think one of them said they're mostly like gray. But
Okay.
so.
That makes sense. Wow.
And I think same for the rabbit too, but you know, rabbits live longer than guinea pigs, right? But wild rabbits' average lifespan is much shorter because they're prey animals too. But so, I mean, if I had to guess, I would guess that wild guinea pigs' lifespan is much shorter because they're prey animals on average.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah, I know, right? Like imagine we have like a predator.
I know.
We always have to look out for like who's gonna like.
I know, like, what about that story you were saying about, didn't you say you have something about, like, a raccoon? You knew someone?
Oh yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. So I heard a story where this family put the guinea pig outside because they wanted him to, you know, get the fresh air and whatnot. But they were afraid that there would be predators or whatever, so they put the cage over it, kind of like maybe a basket or something over it, and then something heavy so nothing could get in except for a guinea pig being there. And then like they were inside, and then they all of a sudden heard like guinea pigs squeak really loud, quack, and then they run out, and then they found out that raccoon, like, you know, they're super smart, so they took the guinea pig, bit the guinea pig, and then ran up the tree, trying to, you know, eat the guinea pig, right? So the owner, you know, has to save, you know, his guinea pig, so he took the broom or something and keep hitting the raccoon until like raccoon let the guinea pig go. So guinea pig was kind of like very severely damaged, but they took him to the vet and then, you know, actually lived.
Wow.
So, you know, that's a crazy story.
So don't, be careful when you take your guinea pigs outside.
Yeah, horror story. Like
Just like a parent, you have to keep your eyes on your guinea pigs.
all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know what would happen. Yeah, number 4, guinea pigs' teeth never stop growing. So I mean, if you provide everything that guinea pig needs, then maybe you wouldn't realize it because they're always like similar length. That's because like their teeth gets worn out when they eat hay and keep biting on it, or they, you know, bite on the crunch condo, or they bite on, you know, some toys, you know, whatever it is, or wood. It gets worn out. That's why it's steady, you know, constant length. But if you don't provide what they need, the necessities, they're gonna start growing. But you know, this is not just a matter of discomfort. What happens is teeth, you know, you would imagine it only grows this way. If it's a top teeth, you would only imagine that it would grow down, right? But it actually grows both ways.
Oh.
So like if it's overgrown, it's going to hit the nerves and then like go toward the brain essentially. So they're going to sometimes, like some guinea pigs with overgrown teeth have like their eyesight's affected, and like they start doing the weird stuff, and like they have like start twitching and things like that. So it's actually really serious.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
That's why you should buy her Chico. That's kidding. That's what.
Wait, did you bring this on purpose?
No, yeah, I did. But yeah, you should. It's really important. So you should always make sure there's something for them to gnaw on in their cage.
Yeah. So you know, it's really important to, you know, keep them as entertained essentially. by chewing on stuff.
Let me say it.
Do you want to say it?
Okay. Fifth fact is that baby guinea pigs are born fully formed, so like they're able to run right when they're born, even at just a few hours old. So
That's pretty crazy, actually.
yeah.
Like, imagine like human baby coming out with like fully formed and like essentially I come out of my mom. It's like, oh, I gotta start working. So.
Yeah. So you're able to just walk right away and just like talk and like that's kind of scary actually.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And I think baby guinea pigs tend to be a little bit more vocal too. So now I remember. When I first got Peanut, I think she was a little bit older. When I first got Tofu, although I only got them 1 week apart, I think Tofu was younger, like a couple days at least, because when I got Tofu, and she was like yelling, like eek, week, 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 right? And
Really?
yeah, she was like weak and crazy. Like when I first got Peanut was kind of shy, so she kind of stayed in the corner, and I tried to approach her so that she would, trust me.
Yeah.
But Tofu, from day one, she was like demanding whole bunch of stuff. She was weak, and then I would give her water, I would give her hay, I would try to give her treat like veggies, and nothing works. So she was just weak until. So I thought she was scared, right? So maybe it's not food, drink. So I made her like small hidey back then, so she could feel safe and whatnot. But she was still weak. And then normally if you get a new guinea pig, you're supposed to kind of quarantine them from each other. But I felt like Tofu was so stressed, so I just decided to kind of take the risk. And then plus like back then I didn't know too much about guinea pigs. So I put Tofu next to Peanut, and then Tofu stopped weeping.
Oh, so she was like lonely then?
Lonely and scary, I think. I'm sure like she felt like super scared maybe.
I've heard other people say that baby guinea pigs are like more not shy than older guinea pigs. Like they're like not afraid, I guess. They're not as afraid as like older guinea pigs. Is that true?
I think when you first meet them, unless they're already well trained by previous parent, I think they would be scared. But I think it's easier to bond with baby guinea pigs. Because I think when I first got adopted Dumpling from the rescue center, she was already 6 months old. So it took a little bit longer for me to get closer to Dumpling.
Oh, okay.
But actually, scrap that. Actually, that's not true because Tofu, she's the most difficult to bond. But I think that's because of her personality. She has her own thing and she doesn't care about anything else in the world. So like, that's kind of Tofu. And Peanut was the easiest. She's everyone would know. Peanut was easiest to bond with. So, wow, ducks, horses, and deers are also
How do you say that?
precocial.
Precocial?
Precocial.
So I thought cows were like that too for some reason. I guess because I thought they were like bigger animals, but I guess ducks, horses, and deer, they're also born. With hair, teeth, they can hear and see and walk.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like humans are so like kind of to be honest, like we're kind of useless when you're first born. So compared to humans, they're pretty well developed.
Yeah. And then I guess so them being able to do all those things when they're born, I guess gives them like an advantage as prey animal. Because they're able to like
run away right away.
They can hear things and see things, but like while like other animals, they can't do that when they're babies. So they're just kind of like selfless. I mean, not selfless. They're like, what do you call it? They're like I think I'm saying the right word. They're like prone to like getting attacked more, I guess.
Right. And I think actually this may or may not be true, but you know how us humans, like when baby's born, like mom and dad, we take care of our babies, and it's part of our instinct, right? Like really care about them and then really protect them and then develop them. But I'm not sure if guinea pig does that. Like when they're born, I'm sure like they'll kind of help a little bit, but then I don't think the emotional connection with the kid
Yeah.
is as like strong as like human.
Is it like I don't know if this rule applies to guinea pigs too, but you know how like some animals like when you touch their babies they don't want to touch them anymore?
Oh yeah. Like I think it was like
What animal does that?
hamster, right?
Hamsters do that?
I remember it was like some hamster. I think
I think cats do that
cats do that too.
Don't they?
When humans touch them, they don't want to deal with
I
them.
think so because I remember like a long time ago when I was a kid, like I touched like I remember there was like some kittens being born in my backyard, and then like I held one of them, and then like the mom cat, she took all of her like kittens, but then she left the one that I touched behind, and I was like, oh, is that because I touched it? But I don't know if that's true though. Maybe it's not. I think it's only for birds. I don't know, but I know some animals do that. I was just wondering.
Yeah,
wonder
I
if guinea pigs
remember.
are like
I
that
remember
too.
hearing that too, but yeah, I don't know about guinea pigs, but I know for sure that's not the case for the panda though. I was watching this documentary about panda, and you know, pandas could be dangerous in the wild too because they're a bear at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
I've seen the caretakers. They built like strong bond with the mom panda, and then babies like literally like this small when they're first born.
What?
They're like this small, and then they took them because they took them out, and then make sure the baby's healthy, do all the tests, and then put the baby back to mom, and then like the baby would crawl onto the breast so that it could eat the milk, drink the milk, and mom didn't care. So definitely not the case for panda.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it's completely irrelevant to what we were talking about, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, all animals are different, I guess so. Well, we don't have time to do all 10, so.
Yeah, so I think we kind of rambled a lot, and I mean that's part of this whole thing anyway, right?
Yeah.
We talk about random stuff, and please leave a lot of comments below. I want to hear what you guys are thinking, and it's always fun to talk over the comments as well, comment and replies. So please do
If
that.
you guys have any ideas, too.
Yeah, and if you know other facts than stuff that we mentioned, let us know as well. That could be fun to talk about in the future as well. Okay, all right. Thanks for listening into GuineaDad podcast, episode 1. Not 10 anymore, so 5 fun facts about guinea pigs. Thanks for listening, and bye everyone.